have to look at the rhetoric coming from the front runner in the presidential campaign. This is a man who in rallies has told his supporters to basically beat up the people who are in the crowd and he'll pay their legal fees. Every time Donald Trump offends someone, says something ridiculous, says something offensive, it's wall-to-wall coverage, and it's only elevated him even more. When everyone just goes around saying, I'm just going to speak my mind. If I'm angry, it gives me the right to say or do anything I want. Well, there are other people that are angry, too. And if they speak out and say whatever they want, the result is it all breaks down. The great thing about our republic is that we settle our differences in this country at the ballot box. I think forget about the election for a moment. There's a broader issue in our political culture in this country. And this is what happens when a leading presidential candidate goes around feeding into a narrative of anger and bitterness and frustration. And I think we all need to take a step back and ask ourselves, are we contributing to this? There are people in this country that are angry because they feel disenfranchised from the American dream. But the job of a leader is not to stoke that anger. The job of a leader is to address the causes of that anger and try to solve it by the fact that we have a front runner in my party who has fed into language that basically justifies physically assaulting people who disagree with you. I'm not talking about any of you in particular because I know you don't make these decisions, but I hope the U.S. media begins to examine the role they've played in all this. Because I can tell you that for months I've been giving speeches on public policy and nobody paid a lot of attention. And the minute that I mentioned anything personal about Donald Trump, every network cut in live to my speeches hoping I would say more of it. So then they could go on the air and say, oh, this is so sad. Subtitle, we're going to keep giving it coverage because it's good for our ratings. So I think we need, the media needs to begin to examine the role it's played in creating this atmosphere, because I know it's good for ratings, but it's really detrimental to our political culture and to our country at large.
Thank you, everyone.